Hey everyone, start of a new vlog because apparently I can't read my TBR unless it's part of a project. So what we're doing in this video, I realized that I have a habit of borrowing books from Kindle Unlimited and then just never going back to them. I don't know. So I want to get through 3 to 5 books that are currently on my Kindle Unlimited loan sheet thing. I don't even know what it's called really. I have 20 checked out and some of these have been there for months. So I just need to clear them out and we'll see what happens. I'm gonna get my phone so we can go through what exactly is currently on my list, and then we'll spin a wheel to decide my first book. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Oh, hi, hello. I'm Atia, here at Booking It with Atia. I don't know, I always forget to do an intro for vlogs, I don't know why. So I had The Follower of Flowers by Natalia Hernandez. That is the second book to The Name Bearer, which I read last month, and I'm already planning on reading this for, well, first of all, we're in September. No, we're not, we're in October. We're in October. I'm already planning on reading this during October, so if it doesn't come up in the wheel, no big deal. And if it does come up in the wheel, no big deal, because my plan is to read it regardless. Then we have Stakes and Bones, which is an urban fantasy action novel. This is by Ken Babel and Julia V. They wrote The Ebony Gate, which I read in, I think, August. And we had an author chat with them for the Be Too Weird book club, and they mentioned that they have this other series. And I was like, wait, what? So I'm very excited about that one. I would really find it cool if that popped up. Then we have Sweet Vengeance by Viano Oniomo. This author wrote Only for the Cameras, Just for the Camera, Just for the Cameras, Only for the Cameras. I'll put the cover someplace. And I gave that 5 stars. I mean, it was just so great. I immediately went and saw if they had another book on Kindle Unlimited, and they had 2, and so I took out Sweet Vengeance and I started it. Would you believe that? I have read maybe like 20 pages and I just have not gone back to it, even though it sounds interesting. It's about this woman who wants revenge on her assaulter, and so she summons a demon to help her haunt the dude who assaulted her. It sounds dark, but also deliciously dark. Then we have Whiskey River by Shantae. I know nothing about this besides the fact that a lot of people were raving about it on Black Book Talk, and I was like, it sounds intriguing. Next we have How to Be a Better Adult. Again, another one where I read the synopsis and I was like, this sounds interesting, but I don't remember what this is about. Next we have One Week in Paradise. Ooh, who read this and said they enjoyed it? I was watching, was it Shaughnessy? I think so. Ooh, was it? I think it was Shaughnessy, and she was saying how it's really good, really steamy, and she really enjoyed it. I think it was her. But basically what I know about this one is this woman wins like a retreat or a vacation, but it's a couples thing, so she has to take her brother's best friend, I think is the premise of this one. And then we have The King's Summit, which is a black space opera. Also, this cover, can we like just talk about the cover for a second? Sinful Vow, Black Mafia. I'm indifferent, leaning towards like whatever with this one. Then we have Can't Resist Her by Kiana Alexander. Again, I don't remember what that one's about. We have Happiness Volume 1, which is a manga. It's a horror manga by the same author who wrote or who does Blood on the Tracks, which I'm currently in the middle of. I put this one on my TBR, or like on Kindle Unlimited, way before I ever heard of Blood on the Tracks. And tell me why I'm on Volume 5 of Blood on the Tracks, but have not read Happiness Volume 1. Then we have Land of the Lustrous Volume 1, another manga, another one where I have no clue what it's about, but obviously it sounded interesting, which is why it's here. Then we have Me Too by Eli B. Again, no clue. Lordess and the Mafia, which I believe is a reverse harem. It's like romantasy type thing. We have The Vow by D. Rose, Marriage or Convenience. I always like those. And then we have Queen and Conqueror. I think this is a romantasy. I Want to Give You Your Flowers by M.L. Sexton. This is a sapphic romance. We have The Duchess's Bodyguard, another sapphic romance, but this is romanticy as well. We have Work in Progress. I don't even know the premise of that one, to be true. Like, I don't know what that's about. Before We Fall by Rilsey Adams. I think this is the sequel to, I forgot, but I believe I read the first one and I really loved it, which is why I went to Kindle Unlimited and downloaded book 2. Have We Met by Camille Baker, another one that I was hearing a lot about months ago. I think because the sequel also came out, or like the next one in this world. And then we have Inside Out and Back In. So yeah, like, I see things on Kindle Unlimited and I'm like, oh, that sounds really cool, really interesting. And then I press borrow and it sits there for however long it sits there for. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to my computer and we are going to spin for the first book of this vlog. And I'm not going to start reading right now because I'm very hungry. So I need to go make food after I spin for this book, but let's do that. All right, so we have our wheel of Kindle Unlimited picks. As you can see, all 20 are there. Let me just adjust it so we can see a little bit more. There we go. All right, let's do it. Wait, what? Okay. All right, we have a manga to start it off with. I was not, the likelihood of that happening, well, literally 1 in 10 chance of a manga being chosen. So let me go and find the synopsis of Happiness, Volume 1. There we go. Don't mind the messiness. I'm in the process of cataloging my collection, and I have some thoughts about how I want to rearrange my book collection, but that shall happen at some point. For right now, I'm going to put the cover of the book here, so we no longer have to look at it. Alright, so Happiness, Volume 1. How many volumes of this exist? 13. Oh wait, no, I'm lying. 10. Okay, so it says, the acclaimed new horror drama from the creator of Flowers of Evil, The Thirst. Nothing interesting is happening in Makoto Ozaki's first year of high school. His life is a series of quiet humiliations, low-grade bullies, unreliable friends, and the constant frustration of his adolescent lust. But one night, a pale, thin girl knocks him to the ground in an alley and offers him a choice. I did not think this was going to be so violent. Now everything is different. Daylight is searingly bright, food tastes awful, and worse than anything is the terrible, consuming thirst. The tiny shames of his old life have been replaced by 2 towering horrors. The truth of what will slake his awful craving in high school itself. Okay, let me go and, where's my Kindle? I am going to download this right now. And you know what I'm going to do? I am going to read it as I make myself a coffee, and I know that's not food, and also heat up some leftover halal food from yesterday. So let me, you know, it's wild as I'm doing this. I'm in the middle of so many different reading projects. Like, I have this one that I'm doing one where I picked books from a TBR jar, and that one is like still ongoing. I barely started the first book. I need to do that. And I have one where I'm reading really popular or highly anticipated Black releases from 2023. So I have 3 now, 3 reading vlog projects that I'm currently in the middle of. What was I looking up? Happiness? I'm not complaining because I did it to myself. And I was like, oh, you should only do one at a time. But why? Why do one at a time? It's like the ultimate mood reader thing for me to just be like mood vlog projecting. It would be nice if what I asked for actually popped up. Okay, I think it's downloading. This is very exciting. Very exciting. My Kindle is taking forever to do everything. And I know why. It's because I've been reading a lot of manga, and so I've been downloading a lot of manga. And I need to, you know, just let the cloud have it after I'm done reading it. But it also feels like sometimes Kindle just downloads things that you didn't, like, you know, took it out in the library, or you like took it from Kindle, but then I feel like some of the ones it's telling me to move the download, I did already. So I'm a little confused about that. I have freed up some space, so hopefully my Kindle will like be moving faster. All right, here we go. I shall be starting this very, very soon, as in like as soon as I go upstairs. I wonder and I hope that the rest of this series is on Kindle Unlimited, because what happened with me and Flying Witch is that the first, I think, 5 or 6 volumes are on Kindle Unlimited, and so I got hooked, and then it's like, oh, you gotta pay for the rest. Why? I mean, eventually I will, because I really like the series, and I can't take it out from my library because it does that weird media do thing where you can't send it to Kindle, and I don't want to read manga on my laptop or my desktop or my phone, because the whole point of me getting a Kindle was to reduce the blue light. But enough. This clip has been so long for an intro clip. I will see you once I either am partway through Happiness Volume 1 or have finished it.
If I come up and I fall off, that's on me. That's on me. If I come up and I fall off, that's on me.
Alright, so I have finished Volume 1 of Happiness by Shuzo Oshimi, and it was really good. I gave it 4 stars. I will definitely be... my brain just glitched. I will definitely be reading and continuing on with the series. So I think it only goes up to volume 10, I believe. Like, I think that might be where it ended, because volume 10 came out in, I'm gonna look and try not to spoil myself. Volume 10 was released in 2019, and there hasn't been anything after that, so I think the series is complete. And volumes 1 through 8 are actually available on Kindle Unlimited, so I'm just going to continue on, and then when I reach volumes 9 and 10, maybe they're at my library. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, so when I get to volumes 9 and 10, I'll just take them out from the library. But yeah, so that was really fun. I'm going to return volume 1 of Happiness, so that's 1 book down from this list. Okay, so let me go to the wheel again. Why didn't it see it?
That's weird.
Okay, that's really, hold on. I'm gonna have to put all of these books back in. That's so annoying. Okay, please hold, because the wheel didn't save. Okay, I have put them back in the wheel. Actually, I don't want to sort, I want to shuffle. And we have, how do we have 20 entries? I had 20 entries before, and I read one. What? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, I had 21. How did I get 21? I thought you had 20. Whatever. Okay, let's do this. So, we're spinning the wheel for the second book. Ooh. Okay. So we have Before We Fall by Rilzy Adams. And let me just make sure I'm saving the wheel again. Okay, let me go to Amazon. Unexpected Lovers, book 2. What's book 1? Because I'm pretty sure I read book 1. I want to say I have. It sounds familiar. And usually I don't read the second book in a romance series unless I've read the first. Yeah, okay, I gave it 4.25 stars, yeah. So, Before We Fall is the second book in the Unexpected Lovers series. And I'm just going to move you right there so that I can see the screen. There we go. I'm going to be a little tilted, but we'll live. And I borrowed this book in the summer of 2023 from Kindle Unlimited, just to like give you how ridiculous my, oh, I'm going to take it out and read it is. This book is not me reading the synopsis and then immediately forgetting the title, Before We Fall. Oh, this one is a long one. This is 408 pages. Whereas the first book in this series was 131 pages. So it is not a novella like its predecessor. It is what I was expecting. I was expecting a novella. There's a small part of me that is hoping that the story graph is incorrect, but I'm gonna open it up on my Kindle and we'll see. Hi, you. Strawberry. Yeah, hi.
Hello? Hi. Oh, you're so cute.
It's so funny that she lets me clean her eyes. I think she knows that, like, there's a part of it she can't get, but she actually lets me clean them. It would be nice if this book opened so I can tell you how many pages it actually is, because this is redonkulous. It's telling me that this book is queued to download, but I don't understand what other book is downloading. I haven't checked out any other book. Alright, So Kindle does not want me to be great, or at least the file of Before We Fall does not want me to be great. It has been, that particular file has been queued for like the last 24 hours. And I have downloaded other files. So I downloaded another thing on manga, I downloaded some other things from the library. So it is particularly that file. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna keep it moving and we're gonna spin the wheel again and see what other book comes up. All right, so that one is Work in Progress by, I think it said Ashanti Keys.
Let me pull that up.
Okay, here we go. Another one where I borrowed it from the Kindle Unlimited subscription, summer of 2022. It says, Vanity Keys takes pride in her job as an editor. As hard as she works, she plays even harder. But one drunken night of pole dancing lands her lips on a sexy random man. Mystic Preston is a best-selling author. That's his first name? Mystic? Okay. His writing covers a multitude of genres, including his secret identity as an erotica writer. However, a chance meeting with a clumsy kisser causes him to slow down and show her his technique, all the while falling under her spell. Will Mystic and Vanity be each other's greatest works in progress, or will they fan out the flames and focus on their careers? Aww. So this one is only 116 pages, so that's promising. Nice little novella. The wheel has been very kind so far. I mean, granted that the second pick was like a 400-page novel, but that wasn't working out for us. So first choice was a manga. The third choice is a novella. And let me see if this one will download. Oh, look at that. Automatically downloaded and opened. Like, so it really is just, for some reason, that file of Before We Fall, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I'm going to attempt to get some work done. Maybe I'll do some Instagram content things, edit a video, and then I'll take a reading break at maybe 12. It's currently 10:22 a.m. I'm up very early these past 2 days. So, all right, y'all. So I have finished Work in Progress by Ashanti Keys. I'm giving it 3 stars. While I thought that the banter and the chemistry between the two main characters was interesting, and I like the aspect, or I like the fact that one of our protagonists is a writer and the other one is an editor that is tasked with getting them into, basically, you know, getting them into gear. There were these threads, there were 2 particular threads dealing with other characters that just were not resolved. And to my knowledge, this is not a sequel, or this is not a series. So that was weird. I was like, why even introduce these 2 particular characters and not resolve what they started? Which, okay. And it just all happened very quickly, like over the span of 2 days. So yeah, I gave it 3 stars. It's time to pick the next Kindle Unlimited book. Actually, let me return this one. I always have to like reteach myself how to return a book to Kindle Unlimited. All right, I have returned the book. So it is time to spin the wheel. We have 18 possibilities. My head hurts so bad, so that's why I'm not, you know, I just wanted to give you some updates on my progress so that I could pick the next book. I finished Work in Progress yesterday. But yeah, let's see. We're going to be reading next, and I think, we'll see. If this is another manga or a novella, this will be the second to last spin. If it is a novel, this will last spin. So we'll see. Alright, Inside Out and Back Again by Thana Lai. I believe this is a... Why? Oh, that's not even showing up as a book that I currently have taken out. What? So why is that on my... Did I return it? Which makes sense because I don't even know why I took it. I have no idea what it's about. Hold on 1 second. Let me just...
Wow.
Okay, it said inside out and back again. You know what? I'm not even gonna fight the computer. I don't have the brain capacity. It's not here, it's not here. We're gonna pick another one. Ooh, so close. Alright, we have The Vow by D. Rose. This one, I don't know if it's a novel or a novella. I was gonna say I think it's a novella, but I'm not sure. 156 pages. It's a novella, so this will be our second to last roll. Alright, so what does this say? It says, let me just move you right there, and then we can pop up the cover. Sergio Jones was on the verge of elevating his career from actor to director when a scandal broke out, threatening his business and the financing of his film. In desperate need to clean up his image and salvage his career, Sergio considers an opportunity that would change his life forever. Michaela Robinson was the definition of independent and stubborn. The mere thought of needing help from anyone made her go 10 times harder, leaving her burned out and alone. When Michaela's roommate abruptly ended their lease, she left Michaela with the task of finding a roommate while juggling, is that a mosquito? While juggling graduate school, an internship, and part-time work. At the risk of losing everything, her beloved uncle, Mike, gave her an ultimatum that would change her life. Sergio and Michaela promised to help each other rebuild their lives. But what happens when their wedding vows mean more than having job security and financial stability? Will Sergio and Michaela learn how to love, honor, and cherish each other? Find out in The Vow. Okay, okay. So it's like a marriage of convenience. Not arranged marriage, but I guess kind of an arranged. Really, I didn't kill that bug? But kind of an arranged marriage, in a sense. I'm going to download this book onto my Kindle. I'm going to eat this apple, and then I'm going to crawl into bed. Yeah. Alright, so I finally started The Vow by D. Rose. I am on page 13. My Kindle says that I am 10% of the way through. Again, page 13, nothing has really happened yet. We have a lot of the main character whose name just left my brain. I mean, I really couldn't even tell you. Wow, that's wild. I really just forgot. Michaela. Okay, boom. Yeah, so most of what I've read has been from Michaela's perspective. She is very much on her own. Both her parents are deceased. She's having some financial issues. And oh yeah, she had a roommate, or she has a roommate, but the roommate is getting married and it's like, yeah, peace out. I'm actually gonna move in with my fiance like very soon, so you're either gonna have to find a new roommate, cover the rent on your own, or move someplace else. So those are the circumstances that we meet Michaela in. And I just got to the part, or just got to the chapter where we meet Sergio, who is our other love interest, and he is a film writer slash director. But yeah, I'm looking forward to diving into this one. It's funny because the other romance that I'm reading for another project is very much a marriage of convenience. So this is going to be very interesting, me trying to not mix them up. So I finished The Vow. It was cute. It was cute. I'm giving it 3 stars. And what's so interesting about this one, and what I kind of appreciated about it, is that we get right into why both of these people need to be in a marriage of convenience, and it happens so quickly, the marriage. And them falling in love also happens quickly, but not in a love at first sight, love at first date type of situation. Time passes in the book that we as the reader are not privy to. They reference it, but we don't experience it with them. So you have one moment where they're like, okay, cool, we'll get married. And then another moment where it's the wedding day and she's like, yeah, I love him. And it's like, what? But then someone asks her, like, when did you realize? And she's able to tell us, like, over these past couple weeks, da-da-da-da-da. And then it's just, like, the beginning bliss of their marriage. There's a sequel, which is Sergio and Michaela after they get married, called The Matrimony. So I may read that and check that out. I'm curious to know why this sequel exists. I'm looking it up now. Oh, it came out this year. 2 years ago. Okay. 101 pages. Yeah, no. I'm not pulled to read that. I would be interested in possibly reading another book from this author. Maybe something longer, just to see how they do with building a romance. Ooh, okay. Here's one that's 252 pages. Yeah. Okay. So I would definitely read from this author again, and I guess I know that longer romance books are what work for me. That's okay. It also makes sense. But thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already, and you hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I put out a new video. Check out all of my socials and my Etsy shop down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!
Showing. I ain't living for the moment. I see what's mine and I want it. Hungry like I'm Pac-Man. I'm Bruce Wayne and Batman. I'm Naruto with a Hanzo. Got a sharp mind like I'm Einstein. Plus I'm copywriting, so it's all mine. Check it for me, I'm in the sky.